My house is finally decorated for fall. So this week I'm hoping to give you a little fall inspiration both in your home and in your planner. I got my front porch all decorated for fall so you can see my mums and pumpkins here on the front. I've got lots of pumpkins sprinkled throughout the house, table centerpieces and things like that. Some fall floral arrangements and pumpkin candles, of course. Here's a little scarecrow that used to belong to my mom who passed away. And I also received some new decor pieces in the mail this week from Erin Condren. These are not fall specific, but just some things that I wanted to display in my house. So, because I ordered during Erin Condren's birthday sale, I got a few free gifts. I got this free Celebrate cover, and I ordered the fall pumpkins cover, and I got a free storage box for a planner. So those are always nice to have. And then you'll see here that I'm pulling out one of the new Sherpa throw blankets. And so I got to customize this. I chose the navy color because my living room has accents of navy in it. And I got this one with the H monogram, and I put Huther family on it. So I really like how it turned out. And I'm planning to display this on the back of our couch. So you'll see that here in a minute. But I really like how it turned out. These blankets are so soft and thick, and I just feel like they get even softer and more comfortable over time. My entire family loves all my Erin Condren throw blankets. Then the other item that I ordered was this piece of custom wall art. So Erin Condren has started offering wall art. And so you can upload your photo and customize it. So the layout that I chose, I believe, is called the Fullscape layout. And it has places to add some custom text on it. So I'll show that in a minute. The photo comes framed and ready to hang. And I received it very quickly. Like, it printed within a few days and shipped out to me. So the turnaround was pretty quick with this. It did ship separately from the rest of my order from Erin Condren because I believe it's produced in a different place. So anyway, it's kind of backed with a piece of foam board that's attached on there. Comes with all the hanging hardware, the wire that you need to hang it, not the actual part that you mount to the wall. But I was very pleased with how it turned out and the quality of the frame and the print. So you can see here I added my daughter's name, and I added the date that this photo was taken. We had a family photo session at a local sunflower field. I did choose the natural colored wood frame, but as you could see from that photo, it appears much darker in person than it looked on the Erin Condren website. So that was a bit of a surprise. Here is my office, all decorated. I have a lot of my daughter's artwork displayed in my office. So I wanted to add her photo on that framed print in my office. So I think it turned out really nice. And then here is the throw blanket on the love seat in my living room. And I think it turned out really great. One thing I will say, the way that it's designed, the monogram and stuff is up towards the top of the blanket. And normally, the way that I would put the throw up there, it just kind of was more difficult the way it was positioned on the blanket, in my opinion. So I had to kind of fold it a different way than I normally do with my other blankets, but it turned out great. I still really like it. Now I'm about to bling out my planner for fall and switch out this hexagon cover for my new pumpkin cover. I am just a sucker for all these pumpkins that Erin Condren has. I feel like this is a, recurring theme each year in the fall, that they have some variation of a pumpkin design. and I am here for it. I saw this and I just love these more muted colors of the pumpkins. And I love the gold foiling in this design. So I knew I had to order this. There is a brighter, like more colorful version if you're interested in that. But I personally liked these colors a little bit better. So that's what I chose to order. I don't normally switch out my planner covers a lot. I know some people do very frequently, but I typically keep the same cover for the entire year. But like I said, I couldn't resist the pumpkins, and fall is probably my favorite season. So I am switching it out here. And in my planner spread for this week, I'm also using some old Erin Condren stickers that have pumpkins on them too. These I've been like slowly using year after year and trying to conserve, but this year I decided I really should go ahead and try to use these before, they start losing their stickiness and stuff like that over time. So I decided this week would be a great week to use those. I filmed this as I planned on Sunday of last week, and now it is currently Saturday. So the week that I was planning for here has mostly passed, but it's been a really good week. You can see here I have this cute, like it's a like woodland animal washi tape. I don't even remember where I got it. Probably just at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, something like that. But I thought that it was cute with the pumpkins from the Erin Condren stickers, just because, like I said, I'm using partial sheets here. There's not a whole lot of stickers left, especially on one of the sheets. So I just wanted to add a little extra color, and I thought this was perfect for like a fall themed spread. So just adding a little touch on each page using this washi. How have you guys been? Are you doing well? How's your fall going so far? I know fall can get busy as we start to head towards the holidays. Like I said, it is one of my very favorite seasons, but it can get a little hectic. So let me know how you're doing. Right now, my husband is at a football game, and I have to tell you about homecoming a couple weekends ago. He wanted me to come and tailgate with him at the football game. He does this every week with his father. And so I told him that I would come. Well, I went to work out at Jazzercise first in the morning with my mother in law and sister in law. And then I went to my mother in law's house to change since we live in a different town a little further away. And so her house was closer to go and change quickly. And then we had to go pick up my daughter at the parade and things like that. So we were in a hurry. And I took a shower at her house, and I had brought, a change of clothes and all of that. So I got out of the shower and I was starting to get ready, and I was pulling all my things out so I could get dressed. And in the bottom of my bag, I was digging around trying to find something, and I saw something move in the bottom of the bag. So I just kind of stopped for a second and I looked down in there, and I saw something long and I was like, what is that? And then it moved, and you guys, it was a snake. It was just a baby, but there was a baby snake in my bag with my clothes. And I don't even know, this is so crazy. Like this bag had been laying on the floor of my closet for a few weeks. I had used it to carry some clothes um, to something like this in the past. And it had fallen down on the floor, and it kind of got shoved under where my pants hang. And I just left it there, and I just grabbed it that morning and threw my clothes in and all the stuff I needed to shower and went. And I don't even know how this snake got into our house and into that. bag in my closet, but it was in there. I'm not sure if maybe our dogs carried it in or what, but I did check the closet after I got home. There were no other snakes, FYI. But I freaked out. Luckily, I'm not like terrified of snakes, but my mother-in-law is. So she was showering at the same time in a different bathroom, and I very quickly shook out my clothes and made sure there was no other snakes inside them and emptied out the rest of the bag as best as I could. And I grabbed that bag and I ran outside, and I knew that my mother-in-law would not want that snake anywhere near her house. So I ran down the street with the bag with the snake in it and like found like a wooded area in her neighborhood where there was no houses, and I dumped the snake out of my bag, and it slithered away. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that that just happened. So that was my crazy story that happened recently. I hope that has never happened to any of you, and I hope it never happens to me again. We do live kind of a little out in the country. So I guess now that I'm a country girl, I should probably expect stuff like that, but I did not. Anyway, here you can see I am just creating some little dividers here for these different sections for the to-do list and the notes section. I just wanted to use as many of these little pumpkins as I could. And so I thought it would be cute to kind of layer them and create some division there. And I really like how it turned out. I used some little washi strips from the other Erin Condren pumpkin sheet that I had. I just barely had any pieces left from that sheet. So um, I knew it wasn't enough to actually fill these areas. And I thought the pumpkins were the perfect way to kind of spread them and get them all the way across the page the way that I wanted. So then I'm just going to take some pumpkins and kind of disperse them around the other side of the spread just to make it a little more even and get some pumpkin goodness on both sides of the page. most of these pumpkins on here. I'm adding a few of the little flower accents too, just to add in some more of the foiling on this spread. And I don't know, I just love these stickers. I think they're so cute. I really wish that I could order more of these, but I think that they came in one of the seasonal surprise boxes or something like that in the past. And so there's nothing like this currently available to order, but if there was, it would be in my cart right now for sure. Because I just love all this pumpkin stuff. So now it's time to actually plan. Gotta flip back and look at my calendar for this week and figure out what is going on. This week is kind of a weird week for school because on Thursday we have like a early dismissal day, and then there's like PD time in the afternoon, and then on the Friday we had no school for professional development as well. So since I am a teacher, I have to plan for those things and um, prepare for that extra PD time. I am also noting that another teacher is coming to observe in my classroom. So we have several like different, we have some different mentoring programs going on. So all of us are involved in a mentoring program where we go and observe other teachers. We're paired up in either, teams of 2 to 3 people, and we take turns observing each other and talking about what we noticed and trying to help each other improve. So, one of those teachers was coming to observe me on Wednesday, and that went great. And then on Thursday, like I said, it was early dismissal day. And then in the afternoon, we had a meeting to attend. And then on Friday, we actually, during our professional development, we had a family event. So we have these periodically through the school year where we invite our students' families to come and participate in various activities. And so this one was to model playing with your child and interacting with your child during play, how adults can, help scaffold learning and all that kind of thing. So, the activity that my group did for this was to actually paint baby dolls. So we had just some baby dolls. We took off their diapers and everything so they were naked. And we offered different colors of paint and brushes. And it was supposed to be baby doll face painting. But of course, with preschoolers, they ended up painting the entire babies, which was a lot of fun. So they would paint clothes and things like that on their baby. And then we gave them the opportunity to give the baby doll a bath when they were done. So we had buckets of like soapy water, and they got to sponge off their baby and clean them. So it was a big hit with the kids. They really enjoyed it. And, it was kind of messy. It did pour down rain in the morning. So we ended up having to do it inside when we had planned to do it outside. But it worked out fine. We just covered the floor and sat down with the kids on the floor in the hallway and did our activity. And it was great. This morning, I went to Jazzercise and checked another class off for this year. I am so proud of myself because I am going to hit my 150 class goal for the year. And I set that goal every year. Um, Jazzercise, I think it's like a standard goal for each center that you try to hit. And so when I get 150 classes for the year, you get like a free shirt from Jazzercise. So it's just kind of fun. But anyway, I have not been able to hit the goal the last few years. And just like, I've had some injuries where I had to go to like physical therapy here and there, or just other medical things like being sick and stuff like that, and just like really hurt my attendance or just not being consistent, like when I was overwhelmed at work or just with other things going on. So, anyway, I only have about 15 classes left to go by the end of the year. So, I should easily hit that goal within the next few weeks. And I'm just really proud of myself. I did it. Tomorrow, I am looking forward to going to the pumpkin festival. So, a nearby little town has a pumpkin festival each year, and it's just a lot of fun. So, of course, there's different pumpkin themed activities, and um, they have a bunch of vendors there. So, there's like a ton of different craft booths and things like that set up that you can visit, and all the delicious snacks that you can think of at like a fair or festival type event. So we love to go and shop around, and we always see lots of people that we know. One of my friends from work is actually selling some things there. She makes car freshies, like air freshener things that hang from your rear view mirror. So I always like to go and meet up with her and see what she's got and support her business. So we are looking forward to that tomorrow. So now just thinking through this week and all the things that I need to get done. I also put on my habits. I was trying to remember to water my mums. I got those mums on the front porch that I showed at the beginning of the video. And I swear every year I end up forgetting about them until they're like dry and crispy and dead. And so far, I have been doing great watering them and keeping them alive. And so hopefully I can do that as long as possible. And the weather will cooperate a little bit longer so that they can stay alive. Actually, my flowers are still looking pretty good overall in the front of the house. And my zinnias are still going strong. So once I finally got them to grow, they have really been thriving. So I'm so excited next year to plant more of them in more places. My husband wants to plant them several places around our land. So I should have a good supply of them to have cut flowers through the summer. So I'm looking forward to that for next year. One of my instructional aides in my classroom has a birthday coming up. So I'm trying to think ahead and plan a gift for her. And of course, I have other things to plan for work. So I'm planning some more of those observations, like I was talking about for a mentoring program. And then I do have a new teacher that I am mentoring this year. So I have to observe him and have him observe me and things like that. So I need to meet with him soon and, see how everything's going, what I can help him with in his classroom. And we need some things at home. So I need to do some grocery shopping. We need to make a trip to Sam's pretty badly. We're running out of a lot of our things that we buy in bulk. So we need to get over there and buy some of that stuff too. So once I plan, all of these things, I try to add in some of those tasks through the week that I need to get done and look at which days I will have time to complete those. Um, which evenings I'll be home to finish some cleaning tasks. And of course, on nights where I'm not getting home until like 7:30 when my daughter has gymnastics, those are not nights that I plan to do a lot of things around the house because I just won't have time by the time I get home and eat dinner and get ready for bed and all of that. So I try to plan my cleaning, chores, and stuff like that for other days of the week when I know that I will be home and have time to actually work on those things. Oh, two other kind of fun things from this week. On Thursday is one of my dogs' gotcha day. So the day that we adopted her. I believe we got her in 2022 from a Schnauzer rescue. So she is a standard Schnauzer and she's actually like the black colored, which before we had a salt and pepper Schnauzer, and he lived to be 14 years old, and he was just the sweetest dog. We adored him. And so since he had passed, we had missed having a Schnauzer. And so I really wanted to get another one. So I found a Schnauzer dog rescue in Missouri and we were able to adopt Eloise. And she was a puppy mill rescue. So she had been a breeder dog and had had several litters of puppies and we got her and it was a very sad situation because she had obviously spent most of her life just out in a kennel with very little human interaction and so as a result she was very scared of people and she didn't know how to play with toys, she wasn't potty trained. So it's taken a lot of work with her to kind of socialize her and get her more trained and stuff. And so now that we've had her for a few years, she's doing a lot better and has come a long way, though she's still pretty timid and stuff compared to other dogs. The other exciting thing from Thursday was that it was my husband's last day at his job. So he's been retired from the military for a few years. And when he retired from the military, he was nervous to just be like fully retired and not work. So he took a job at the university and was working there. And so he has done that for 3 years. And he decided that he was tired of working full time. I mean, he has a full pension and everything. So he put in his notice at work and now he's just going to take more time to himself. He's going to probably do a little substitute teaching on the side. And I'm just excited for him to be home more and be able to relax more. He deserves that after all those years of service and working. And so now he can support our family in a different way. I think that's pretty much it for my planning for this week. So thank you for joining me. If you decide to shop from Erin Condren, if you're looking for gifts like the Sherpa blanket that I showed earlier or the custom photo art, there's lots of options. And of course, if you need any planner things, those are available too. I would love for you to use my affiliate link. So you just click the link and you go and shop as you normally would on the website. And then that is tracked. And so it just helps show Erin Condren that people are viewing my content and it helps me get more opportunities to share new things that Erin Condren is offering with you guys. So thanks for supporting me as always, both by watching my videos, sharing my content on Instagram and all of that, and of course, using my link to shop. So I appreciate you all. I hope that you have a great week ahead of you. And I hope that I will be back soon with a new video. You know, it's hard during the school year to make these longer form videos, but I will do my best to be back soon. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me try to use these leftover stickers from Erin Condren. And if you guys see any beautiful pumpkin stickers like this offered for sale anywhere, please let me know because I would love to buy some more. Thank you, as always, for watching and sticking with me here. See you next time.